A reasonable bid for the described electrical work would range from $5,000 to $6,000. This estimate includes the cost of materials, labor, permits, overhead, and profit. The breakdown is as follows. Firstly, the 200 amp service feed would cost approximately $1,000 to $1,200. This includes the 200 amp meter base, the 2-inch rigid service riser, and the 2/0 wire. This cost can fluctuate based on the specific materials used and local pricing. Secondly, the installation of the new electric panel is estimated at $350 to $450. This covers the labor and mounting hardware required to properly install and connect the new panel. Thirdly, the 20-foot wireway between the new and existing panel would range from $250 to $300. This involves creating a safe and compliant electrical connection between the two panels, ensuring all wiring is properly protected. Fourthly, wiring the 2-bedroom lights, ceiling fans, and closets is estimated at $250 to $350. This includes running the necessary wiring, installing the ceiling fan boxes, and connecting the lights and switches. Fifthly, the installation of the smoke alarms would cost $150 to $250. This covers the cost of the smoke alarms themselves, as well as the labor to install and connect them to the electrical system. Sixthly, the bathroom exhaust fan, lights, and GFCI receptacle installation is estimated at $250 to $350. This includes wiring the exhaust fan, installing the light fixture and switches, and installing a dedicated GFCI protected circuit for the receptacle. Seventhly, the air conditioning circuits would range from $250 to $300. This involves running the 20 amp/240 volt circuit for the AC condenser and the 30 amp/240 volt circuit for the air handler. Eighthly, installing the number 4 copper-clad grounding wire and ground rod is estimated at $250 to $300. This ensures a proper grounding system for the electrical service, enhancing safety and preventing electrical shock hazards. Ninthly, pulling the necessary permits would cost between $50 and $100, depending on local regulations and fees. The total cost for these tasks ranges from $2,500 to $3,400. Adding in profit and overhead, which may be less depending on the area, ranges from $2,500 to $3,600. This brings the total bid to between $5,000 and $6,000. Keep in mind that a lower bid might be possible, but it depends on several factors including location, market conditions, and the electrician's level of experience. The size of the contractor and their overhead costs can also play a role in determining the final price. Several factors influence the overall cost of the project. These include the cost of materials, which can vary depending on the supplier and current market prices. Labor costs, which are determined by the electrician's hourly rate and the amount of time required to complete the project. Permit fees, which are set by local governing bodies and vary depending on the scope of the work. Overhead costs, which cover the electrician's expenses such as insurance, vehicle maintenance, and office supplies. And finally, profit, which is the amount the electrician adds to the bid to ensure they make a reasonable return on their investment. Also consider the amount of backup work available. If the electrician's schedule is full for several months, they may be able to bid the project higher. However, if they need the work, they may be willing to bid it lower. It is important to note that this is just a quick estimate. A more accurate bid requires a visit to the job site to take all factors into consideration. This includes assessing the condition of the existing electrical system, identifying any potential challenges, and verifying the accuracy of the project scope. During the site visit, pay close attention to the existing panel's capacity and condition. Ensuring it can handle the additional load from the new circuits is crucial. Evaluate the condition of the existing wiring to make sure it is up to code and can safely carry the required current. Inspect the grounding system to confirm it is properly installed and functioning correctly. Also, check for any signs of water damage or other hazards that could affect the electrical work. When backfeeding the existing panel, ensure the new panel has a main breaker to protect the existing circuits. Use appropriately sized conductors for the backfeed, considering the ampacity and voltage drop. Install a proper grounding electrode system for the new panel, including a grounding rod and bonding jumper. Properly label all circuits in both panels to avoid confusion and ensure safety. When wiring the bedrooms, install arc fault circuit interrupter, or RFSI, breakers to protect the bedroom circuits as required by code. Use appropriate wiring methods such as non-metallic sheets cable or conduit to run the wiring to the ceiling fans, lights, and closets. Properly ground all electrical boxes and equipment to prevent electrical shock hazards. When installing the smoke alarms, follow the manufacturer's instructions for placement and wiring. Interconnect the smoke alarms so that if one alarm is triggered, all alarms will sound. Test the smoke alarms to ensure they are functioning properly. When wiring the bathroom, install a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, receptacle to protect against electrical shock hazards. Use moisture-resistant wiring and fixtures to prevent corrosion and ensure safety. Provide adequate ventilation in the bathroom to prevent moisture buildup. When installing the air conditioning circuits, use appropriately sized conductors and overcurrent protection devices. Install a disconnect switch near the AC condenser for easy maintenance and repair. Ensure the wiring is protected from physical damage and weather exposure. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, provides specific guidelines for electrical installations, and adherence is crucial for safety and compliance. NEC Article 210.8 covers GFCI protection requirements, specifying locations where GFCI protection is required. NEC Article 210.12 covers FSI protection requirements, specifying locations where FSI protection is required. NEC Article 250 covers grounding and bonding requirements, specifying how to properly ground and bond electrical systems. NEC Article 310.15 covers conductor ampacity, specifying the maximum current carrying capacity of different types of conductors. NEC Article 430 covers motors, motor circuits, and controllers, providing guidelines for wiring and protecting motor-driven equipment. Some other considerations include the type of wiring that is used, such as non-metallic sheath cable or NM cable, which is commonly used for residential wiring. Electrical metallic tubing, or IMT, is used for protection of conductors. Rigid metal conduit, or RMC, is used for protection against physical damage. The size of the conductors must be appropriate for the ampacity of the circuit. The overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses, must be sized appropriately to protect the conductors and equipment. Proper grounding and bonding is essential for safety in compliance with NEC Article 250. Labeling of circuits and equipment is required for safety and ease of maintenance, following NEC Article 110.22. Proper installation techniques and workmanship are essential for a safe and reliable electrical system. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified and licensed electrician adhering to local codes and regulations. When choosing an electrician, it's important to check their qualifications, experience, and insurance coverage. Ask for references and review their past work to ensure they are capable of handling the project. Obtain multiple bids from different electricians to compare pricing and services. Ensure the electrician provides a detailed written proposal that outlines the scope of work, materials, and cost. Verify that the electrician is licensed and insured in the local area. Discuss the project timeline and ensure the electrician can complete the work within the desired time frame. Communicate clearly with the electrician throughout the project to address any questions or concerns. Obtain all necessary permits and inspections to ensure the electrical work complies with local codes and regulations. Keep a record of all contracts, permits, and invoices for future reference. By carefully considering these factors, you can ensure a successful electrical project that is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable codes and regulations. Other factors to consider are firstly, the availability of materials. Some materials may be difficult to obtain, which can affect the cost and timeline of the project. Secondly, weather conditions. Inclement weather can delay the project and increase labor costs. Thirdly, unforeseen problems. Unexpected issues such as hidden wiring or structural damage can arise during the project, increasing the cost and timeline. Fourthly, change orders. Changes to the scope of work can result in additional costs and delays. Fifthly, site access. Limited access to the job site can increase labor costs and require specialized equipment. Finally, waste disposal. The cost of disposing of waste materials, such as old wiring and packaging, should be factored into the bid. Remember that the lowest bid is not always the best option. It is important to consider the electrician's qualifications, experience, and reputation when making a decision. A higher bid may be justified if the electrician has a proven track record of quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Do not hesitate to ask questions and clarify any concerns you have before hiring an electrician. A reputable electrician will be happy to answer your questions and provide you with the information you need to make an informed decision. In addition to the factors mentioned above, it is also important to consider the long-term cost of the electrical system. Energy-efficient lighting and appliances can save money on utility bills over time. A well-designed and properly installed electrical system can increase the value of your home. Regular maintenance and inspections can help prevent problems and extend the lifespan of the electrical system. Investing in quality electrical work can pay off in the long run, providing safety, reliability, and energy efficiency. It's always prudent to consult with multiple qualified electricians and obtain detailed written proposals before making a decision. This allows for a thorough comparison of pricing, scope of work, and the electrician's credentials and experience. Taking the time to carefully evaluate all options will help ensure a successful electrical project that meets your needs and budget. And the electrician must ensure that the customer-supplied ceiling fans are indeed electrically sound and fit for installation under prevailing NEC guidelines.